there we go, and we're back. Glad we're back. I am too. This time I'll explain more than what I did last time.
Situation
And
log displays a list of all currently available special
Right,
projects
we'll go through
and
that.
various other.
Okay, let's go through everything so you're all aware about what everything
This is
does.
our home world and the capital of
That
our
guy's annoying.
empire.
Anyway, let's see what we can do here.
Here we see a visual representation of this.
Okay. This is your planet. This is your planet on drugs. I'm just kidding. Planet summary, you have a governor who has
The leaders tab
all
lets
kinds
us
of
farm,
things.
dismiss,
This
and
guy
assign idle governors,
gives
scientists,
bonus
admirals,
research
and
to
generals.
your planet. Like, say if we had actually anything on these research icons here, because these are our research production modifiers. Like if we built like a basic science lab, like down here, we get one of each with the basic science lab, so we get 2 of the engineering ones and just 1 of everything else, which can come in handy. And as you might have seen if you were
The
quick enough,
technology screen
this
is
had,
directing our research efforts.
yes we know,
Tech-
this had an engineering facility in one of the first things. I did not take it. Why? Because I need, as you can see, I've been waiting forever for this minerals to pop up more. So I'm getting more minerals instead of just waiting around, just basically. Monthly influence is important. I took that over a couple other things. I did not feel like I needed to do anything. Solar panel, energy credits. That is muy importante because it is your money. We'll go through that here now.
The government screen
Budget.
budget tab tallies
Okay,
our
we got
empire's monthly income and
This kind
expenses
of
in
breaks it down for you in the budget tab on the government screen, which was here. Yes, we know. Produced from planets and from stations, blah blah blah. That's your income. Expensive ship, army, like your defense armies, assault armies, or elite armies for different militaristic leanings. Station maintenance. Don't know why spaceport says 3, unless it just means we have 3 stations, 1 here, 1 there, and 1. I don't know, whatever. Not important. It's a building maintenance for all the different buildings we have. Here's our total monthly expenses. As you can see, it kind of equals out to 8 or 7.9, whatever. This was one of our traits. Building cost minus 15%, which does come in handy, believe it or don't, when you upgrade. What else? Okay, let's move on. Government. Don't you dare. Thank you. I am a democracy. I hold elections every 10 years. Kind of makes it easier for, and the benefits are actually better. I know, surprise, surprise, right? I'm egalitarian. Factions we have not had any factions crop up yet, but factions are just like splinter parties of our own race, kind of like, how to explain it? Basically, like the third parties, kind of like lobbyists. That's a good way to put them. Factions are like lobbying entities. Fanatic materialist. I love robots because they're so helpful in mining and all that good stuff, but they're not helpful in research. But I got to research as well, and we're gonna go that direction with it. Functional. Oh yeah, I said that. Consumer goods like Hearts of Iron, as we've seen previously, is the less we have to pay our consumers, the better in terms of being a powerhouse in the galaxy. Which that means you have more minerals, which is the second thing that you have to look out for, with minerals, energy, and food. And as you saw, I'm trying to stockpile as much food, up to 5,000 as possible, just in case we have a shortage. Gosh forbid. Influence, monthly influence is 2 plus 2. Influence is basically so we can pay for things like more, well, if I can find it, more leaders. If you, like, say if you want to recruit, they cost, wow, what do you know, influence. So, yeah, and they also for projects on your planets. Say you want to do an edict, they cost influence. They usually last for 10 years. They are not very, some of them are good, but some of the beginning ones don't really mean anything right now, because governing ethics attraction is only when you have like factions out to a zoo and they're all going either which way. So, yeah, that's always fun. Situation log, that's like your quest log in other games, like mostly RPGs. Just has kind of RPG feel to it, but not as much as other space games, I guess. Can't think of anything. Maybe Sins of the Solar Empire. Not sure. Um, Basically, this is from the democracy standpoint. This whole mining crap. Um, yeah, language, I guess. Sorry. Anyway, planets. We only have one at the moment. Policy
The
needs.
policies tab
Yes, we
covers
know.
government.
So, I hate that guy, but he's very helpful in a later game. It's hard to imagine. Okay, so basically, policies that you want your people to help out with. These are empire-wide edicts, while the others are just planet-wide. So, basically, these are permanent until you uncheck them. Yeah, see, they can be enabled, whatever. Who knew? Factions.
The faction screen
Yes,
gives
we
an
know.
overview of the
We have no factions yet. That's good and bad.
The strategic
Yes, we
resources
know.
screen.
Strategic resources don't really come into play until mid to later games. Like maybe we'll get some soon, but not too soon.
The species
Yes, we
screen.
know. These are the species, not to be confused with the empire screen, which is the contact screen. That's all their empires, primitive empires, maybe fallen empires, and other like trading people. That's what it means by other. But the species screen is just that all the species in the freaking galaxy that you're playing on at the moment that you've seen or contacted. It's only important really for you and the fact that you can set rights if they're part of your empire, which is
The
kind of like,
species rights list allows us to customize
yes,
the
we know.
citizenship.
basically they can like say, hell of, well, oh, well, they can give me more happiness. Well, they've been kind of morose. Chemical bliss. No. Consumer good use. We do have minus 40%. We can go with that. Yes. That's decent. That's decent. I can live with that. I want my people to be happy for after all. Citizenship. Colonization. This is new for me, so I apologize. I guess you can colonize other planets. I guess. Yeah, it sucks. No one to purge, but I do want to make them happy. That was good. Anyway, moving on to something I hopefully should know. Like admirals for ships, generals for armies, like land armies and stuff, scientists for science ships, which we'll go into soon, governors for planets and sectors, which also come into play later, which may come into play more than we think, or sooner than we think.
The
Traditions.
screen displays
Be
the
quiet.
tradition trees.
Okay, tradition screen. Kind of like the culture for Civilization 6, 5, 4, whatever. And it's also kind of like culture for other games, like Galactic Civilizations, which is a good game in and of itself. And it's really changed, which is nice. They've done a lot of good things with it. Ascension perks. These are very powerful, kind of like, yay, you got the whole tree done, or a tree done. Yay, good for you. It's a pat on the back. You know, you get ascension perks, which really help you out. We'll get into those later. Expansion planner, never
And the
used,
expansion planner
as I only
will
have one
find
planet,
nearby
but I, to
habitable
be honest, I've
planets.
gotten like several, like 6, 7 planets, never really used the expansion planner. Might have to use it later. We can learn it together. We can get a team together.
Ships in use within our
And this
empire
is
are designed
shush.
here.
This is the normal wear and tear ship designer, like you've seen in other games, I'm sure. For, well, like I said, Galactic Civilizations for one. That's a no-brainer. Maybe Sons of a Solar Empire, but not so much. Kind of. I don't know. Anyway, I should probably do this now anyway. Make sure there's nothing I'm missing here. Nope, nothing I'm missing. Nope, nothing. Okay, good. So, what are we missing? Research. Physics, I'll show you. Physics is kind of like your, well, like your more science-heavy stuff. I know that's an oxymoron and kind of goes against what I've been saying, but same point. It's really not. Society research. That's more like your people, your farms, and your governmental kind of crap language. Engineering, more like your heavy constructing ship stuff. Hopefully that makes sense, because most of it is kind of like this research is a lot simpler than it looks. To be honest, once you start playing, you'll be like, oh yeah, that's what that does. Kind of like simple like that. This is where it gets complicated, though. I'll be honest, because you can have different modifiers or different. Like it's how it says plus 7.31 progress per month. That can be modified by researching and doing anomalies, researching wrecks, like shipwrecks, or when you kill things, you can research those, get points, completing quests, etc., and getting events. That's where it gets kind of complicated there. But, you know, now the modifiers, as you've seen, are everywhere. This game is modifier heavy, I'll be honest. I'm not going to lie. Very modifier heavy. There's modifiers everywhere. All random, well, sometimes random, sometimes not. So I chose these. I did not choose these. But they come and go. Your outliner is basically like your go-to kind of, like if you want to go somewhere fast. Like right click will just take you there. Like let's say you're out in space, halfway over here. Just right click on here, it'll take you right to it. Left click will bring up the like menu. Like if I right click on my science ship, it'll bring me right to where he is or she is. Don't know. They don't really care about that. Okay. Okay, here's the Earth. That's pretty sweet Earth. So these are all space stations. There's like mining stations, you say, for energy, which I said is money. Basically, that's the easiest way to put it. And research, I think he's doing that still. Yeah, he's still making that. And this is really, it's kind of like education meets games, because I'm sure there's a lot of actually true stuff in here, but mostly it's just a game. Like Mission Theater, just relax and have some fun. You should really just relax. This red circle is my sphere of influence, kind of like culture from Civilization or Galactic Civilizations. What haven't I really gone over yet? So far, nothing, hopefully. Not many, buddy. Not any situation logs, so I haven't met anybody yet.
The
Graphics, yeah,
tracks
we
the
know.
mate.
Oh, yes, this. Tundra habitability, well, just habitability. I chose Tundra as not many others really take it, that are randomized by the computer that I know of. So I chose it so I could get a little bit head start on things. I did a 2x modifier because I have 1,000 stars, so at least 500 of those should be colonizable. Fingers crossed. Makes any sense? Okay, so anyway, even less will be with all the crap going on. Anyway, so 80% means you can have maximum 80% happiness. That's what that plus 80 means. If you had extremely adaptable, that would make it 100 to be like your home world. I know, it's weird. Don't ask. Now, like I said, since I'm ice Arctic world or tundra, I would hate to have a savanna world, as that would really make my people mad. It used to be plus 60, this plus 40, but I guess that works too. So it's made everything and simplified everything. I really don't think that there's much I haven't. Blockers. Yes, blockers. There are two types of blockers. One's you can with the yellow border, which basically means you have to clear them first before you can do really anything to them. On uncolonized worlds, or even colonized worlds, the red ones mean you haven't researched technology in order to clear those yet. So, we clear? Yes? Bueller? Awesome. Good. One more thing, if I can get it up. What am I doing? Oh, do I have it minimized? Seriously? these are modifiers for the planet. I've seen at least 2 or 3, sometimes maybe not 3, but at least 2. And once we get into it, I'll study along. Oh, spaceport.
The spaceport tab
Yes,
is where
that's nice. Basically, plain and simple for the orbital construction part, you build upgrades, colony ships, or any kind of ship. Spaceport modules, I chose mass drivers, aka machine guns, bullets, what have you, because they're fast and they're effective against armor. Not necessarily anything else. But anyway, spaceport modules are kind of like what this will be here. Like it'll just open up possibilities. For each spaceport level I have, I get 1 more module slot, so I have to research to upgrade first before I can get the upgrade. Then I can upgrade. But that's what she said. Anyway, details. Yeah, anyway, details are not very good right now.
this is where we
Yep.
manage all
Armies, 3 levels. Armies orbiting in space. Armies coming down or going up. And potential army, militias, very weak. I'll be honest, I'd rather have defensive armies or assault armies. My personal preference. And even for the armies, you can actually give them attachments. So I don't know why you wanna. How much army maintenance? See, army maintenance on these guys, since they're so extremely primitive, it's kind of like, yeah, pointless. So you might want to give them 100 killer drones to up their damage. Just saying, that'll be later when I actually meet other people to be afraid of or not. I'm sure they're a pretty peaceful person, or talents, I should say. These 2 are pretty peaceful talents. You don't really see a militaristic egalitarian, though I could, but you can't say no to robots from me. Just saying, robots are very helpful. And they build. Oh, you'll see. Another thing. This guy will not be born until that hits the denominator of 48.4, and you can see the modifier on it, +1. Robots will always be +1 building per month, and I think they have 40 or 30, I think, months to build, maybe. But anyway, that +1 could change for actual sentient species, or little flesh and blood people, depending on how many existing pops, what your modifiers on the planet are, what the happiness is, etc., etc. Let's see what the happiness is now. 80. It is 70. I'm the god. There you go. That works for me. Gotta deactivate this because there's nothing happening with it. Because I'd rather get the unity bonus before I get the energy bonus, because it's gonna happen near the same time anyway. Almost, you know what I mean? I'm trying to say. It's gonna happen with the same effect. Yeah, we're gonna hit the first unity before we get the second thing. Let us begin, or continue, whichever it may be. Actually, what are you doing, science ship? I give my science ship some orders to survey. Would you like to take a survey?
complete.
And that is done. I kinda killed my minerals, but it was worth it, I think. Would you like to take a survey? That's gonna help me out a lot. That's gonna definitely help me out a lot. How many does my planet have? One,
System survey
2.
complete.
I killed that one for that. Fun. System survey complete. So, science ship, what have you been doing? And you can also queue it up by holding down shift. Kinda handy when you're trying to do things at once. Fun stuff. And construction ship may not work because I'm gonna focus now on building up a space Corvette of such. Okay, going over this. Ship size, how many? You see the 314 right here? That's my fleet size. They call it logistics in other games. Ship size is 1. Hull points. That's how tough the armor is. Damage 6.92 per cycle. Speed is 5.3. Combat speed is 1.7. Speed is 5.3. That's a little bit more important to combat speed, right? Really, right now, only because you have to get to the person before you can actually engage them. Evasion 60% for Corvette. Normal. Cost is 62 minerals. Build time is 60 days. Yeah, 60 days. Sorry. Maintenance is 0.25 energy credits. Power is 2. So like when you're doing how much of a threat something is, I guess. And maintenance is 0.18 of minerals. So I may be rethinking that. We're gonna see some armies. See if we want to build some. We actually might go with defense armies right now. Oh no, because we might run into some void clouds or some shit. Yep. Yep. Don't want to take the hit on minerals. That's a good question. I think we should. What do you, the viewers at home, think? Let's see. Maybe I'll just clear this. Put a farm there. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go over here and awesome. That's right. Just talking to some friends, Franz. So I think we should really buy up. Food is important. We're gonna bust out our construction or engineering stuff once we can. Or we could wait.
Tile blocker cleared.
Yeah, Unity. That helps us out a little bit for what we were gonna do. Alright, since that was kind of like a how-to of it, I think I will save there.